Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Aquarius. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Okay, so somebody upset the balance in the relationship, and I feel it is this person. Um, I feel like this is somebody who may have a bit of a temper. I feel like they weren't careful. They weren't careful with their words, and they know they weren't careful. There's regret here um, for the way that they acted or reacted to something. Um, this is like this person has a large ego. Sorry about my voice; it's very scratchy. This person has uh, a large ego. Um, it's like they want what they want, you know. It's like my way or the highway. This is the type of person that you've been dealing with. I feel like there's recognition that, their behavior needs to change. Um, this person is really, really stubborn, and I feel like they've been resisting uh, resisting change. Like they know you have the master and disciple here, and this is saying that they know what they need to do, but there's been a resistance in doing it, and that's what we see here. This resistance in 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 making this balance, restoring this balance. The scales say that something in this person's life is out of balance. They wish to restore it. Um, and if they do really wish to restore it, then they must analyze their lifestyle and do whatever is necessary to obtain that. Okay? So, in this case, it is it is about changing the way they think and react to situations, I feel. They got really angry and like had a bit of a tantrum. So they got really angry. And I think it's because they thought that the next step for them was going to hurt. Okay. They got really angry because they didn't think that they were going to get what they wanted and that was going to hurt. Okay. So they threw down their tools here and were unable to go any further. Now they're looking back at this scene. They go back to the scene in their mind here. See, they are looking back and they are looking at all the tools they threw down in their haste to to leave. They threw them down on the bench there. So they actually had the tools to deal with this, and they have the tools to deal with this now. But they're not doing it yet. Anyway, they're thinking. So they're in this energy of reflection and thinking about restoring the peace and the harmony, going within, trying to find their answers, wanting to follow their heart, but so afraid, yet so afraid to follow their heart. What happened in this person's past that made them so afraid to follow their heart? Well, something must have been taken from this person in their past, and they need to find out. It's like something happened, something broke their heart and left a scar, a very deep scar on this person. And that's what's at the root of this. That's what's at the root of their behavior. It's why they feel it has to be their way all the time. It's why they may seem very controlling, and why they're so insistent, and why it has to be their way, their way, you know. And so they're looking back at this situation, they're analyzing it, and they're wanting to transform it. The butterfly is here. But um, the butterfly is about a change for the better. This is what they want, this change. This is what they've been resisting up until this moment because they're so afraid to get hurt, you know. Um, so this change, uh, it indicates that things can change for the better, but it depends on the effort put in. Okay? So they want to do it, but they need to put the effort into it. If they put the effort into it, then they can make this transformation. Okay? It can be a successful transformation if they put the effort. They really, really wish to do this. Um, this is the direction that they want to go with the star. And they have, after this reflection, they once again have hope that maybe, just maybe they can make it work. And so the Knight of Swords here in this deck is about being careful. Um, it is about choosing the right words or being careful with one's words in order to avoid a fight or an argument. Watching what you say and how you say things to avoid an upset or making matters worse, because a realization that words once spoken cannot be taken back, you know. And I feel like they've maybe said some things in their anger because they were driven, that they feel maybe you may not forgive them for, you know. So the Hermit is looking back for wisdom on this action. They were driven to do something here. They were angry. Look at the cloud. So they felt driven. They were perhaps jealous. There was a storm cloud over this person. This is a storm cloud. And they're looking back at that storm and looking for wisdom, looking for the truth with the Ascension card here. With the Ascension card is next to this card is, it's like, okay, so something is out of balance, and we see it here in the emotions. There is something out of balance for this person. This needs to be brought back into balance. Okay, how to bring it back into balance? They must go back and look at the truth. Okay, they need to go back and face a truth in order to restore this balance. Okay, and so with the Ascension card, the heart and the head both must rule if you are to obtain your desires. Well, in order for both of them to rule, to be equal, then they must go back and find what has been driving them. What is at the root of that storm cloud that's behind them? Go and find it. There is wisdom to be found there, and freedom. And so they feel like they failed. They feel like they failed, and there's regret over that and a lot of grief over that. They weren't careful. They lost their cool again, going inside, and this is what they need to do. Okay, here they are back at the scene, looking at the scene, wanting to make peace with you. Um, this is a scene where this is where they were um, looking back and at a situation where they felt like their heart really wanted to go, but they felt that they were going to be hurt or get hurt, so they didn't go, and they blew because something here hit a trigger. Okay, this trigger that they were carrying, um, it triggered that storm. Okay, and it was a big one, as you can see. There are obstacles to overcome in this couple. This person really needs to get to the root of that storm cloud and what created it, because it hangs over them. Okay, we can see that in the image, that it just hangs over them. So there are obstacles to get over, but you can do it if you put the effort. That's what the hills are saying. They're hills. They're not mountains. They're hills, but and they can be overcome. And so we have um, the master here, um, and he is about withdrawn. This person's feeling withdrawn. They're desperately trying to come up with a way, with ideas, a way to get themselves out of this energy, how to get out of this situation, how to get back what they've lost with this card. But this card, the heart, says they already know how. They've been avoiding it. So this is something in their past that was really hard, very painful, and they've been avoiding to go back and look at it. But now is the time. It brings it up for a reason, for them to go back and look at it. Okay. So none of these problems are insurmountable, but they do make the journey a little more difficult. Okay, and so, however, just as it is easier to see the surrounding landscape from the top of a hill, so too will this person find it easier to view their life after they solve these problems. This is a temporary situation. You have a new beginning. It's right here, right here. The convenanza is about facing your fears, facing the truth of a situation, seeing the truth, speaking your truth. This is about somebody needing to rescue themselves here with this card. Um, um, Somebody preparing to go to battle for something that they want with this next card. Yes, and that is to follow their heart with the Fool. To not be afraid to follow their heart is what it is. To not be afraid to follow their heart, because and go for this new beginning. Okay? So once they are willing, and once they choose to, because they must choose to help themselves. Once they choose to do that, you will see new growth. Automatically, you're going to see new growth. Is going to happen. Okay, with this person. So they need to put the effort. That's the key. Is putting the effort. You can. The butterfly says it all. Really, you can see a change for the better, but it depends on the effort put in. So just sitting there thinking about it is not enough. You must act upon it. So this situation requires action. You can see a change for the better, but effort is needed, and you know already what you have to do. You know already. It may seem a bit challenging, you know. It's like any transformation feels challenging, you know. But you can do it. Or they can do it, whoever this is, you know. So a brand new beginning awaits you. You can transform this, but you'll have to put the effort. But that effort will be greatly rewarded. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.